Hey everyone, it is time to do a book haul and I've got a huge stack for you. So these are books I bought through the holidays and even last weekend, I think. We went and took a trip to our local bookstore Novel. I have 13 books for you. I think this is everything I've bought recently. So let's get going. The first book is a chunky one. This is Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 5th book in the Throne of Glass series. I binged books 1 through 5. Oh, maybe this is book 6. This is book 5. I binged books 1 through 4 and loved them, but for whatever reason just took a pause and never got back into it. I remember pretty clearly what happened in books 1 through 4. There may be a few little things I forgot. I'm not super worried about starting back over. I just want to be able to say I've finished the series. So if it's on my shelf, hopefully that will motivate me to get it done. Number 2 I'm very excited about is Harrow the Ninth by Tamsyn Muir. We read book 1 and both fell in love with it. I listened to the audiobook and the accents were amazing. So we're both going to be reading Harrow the Ninth as soon as possible. I don't like this. I don't like it when books do this little cutaway, but it is what it is. And Harrow looks amazing on this cover. Okay, book number 3 is one you'll see in my February TBR, and that is The Complete Persepolis. This is by Marjane Satrapi. I hope I said that right. This is a graphic novel memoir, which is very new to me. It is about a girl growing up in revolutionary Iran and kind of her experiences going through all those changes and just growing up. Book number 4 you will have seen in my January TBR because I was excited for a lot of these, and that is volume 4 of Saga. Saga involves a love story between enemy sides of a war, and it is probably my favorite graphic novel yet. I love the series. I love the art style, and you follow a little girl who's growing up. It's actually narrated by the child of the 2 enemy to lovers. So this is definitely a good addition if you are looking for a graphic novel series to start. Next book I picked up, I had actually already read. One of my goals is to start buying books that I enjoyed in audiobook format so that I can have them on my shelves, because I enjoy just being able to pick up a physical copy. So this is The Merciful Crows by Margaret Owen. This is a YA book about a civilization where everybody is broken into classes that are named after different birds, and they all have different abilities. So the crows are said to be kind of the lowest of the low. They are immune to the plague, and so they are the ones that collect the bodies of anybody inflicted with the plague. And you have to pay them and give them tribute, but people also make fun of them and are willing to bully them and even kill them because they are seen as low class members. I really enjoyed the first book. I'm interested to see where the second book goes. So I'm hoping to get that series finished. I think it is a duology. I also just really love the style of the art on this cover. Another book that I've already read but just wanted to own was Spellcaster by Sebastian de Castell. This is the UK cover because I really liked the card aspect of the cover down here, and the back of the book is also pretty beautiful. This involves Kellen, who, to be completely honest, is one of the most hopeless characters I've ever read about. He constantly messes things up and has very, very little skill, even throughout book 2. If it wasn't for the people helping him out, this book would almost not be able to exist, because like following Kellen, it would be over so soon. But I do love the dynamic between these 3 characters. I listened to this on audiobook, and the accents used and voices used were amazing. So definitely recommend picking this up on audiobook. The next book I bought was definitely a very random purchase. I have seen the cover of this before, and I was in an airport and had finished all the books I brought with me. So I picked up A Hero Born by Jin Young. This is Legends of the Condor Heroes, book 1. I actually read like the breakdown of the houses, and I had been there for a layover for probably 3 hours at that point and realized that I was not in the mindset to actually read the book that I just bought. So I switched to an audiobook that I also bought. So I actually can't tell you much about this one. The cover is another beautiful cover, and I've heard good things. All the reviews have been positive, but I don't know what it involves. Up next we have Thorn by Intisar Kahani. This is a retelling, I think, of Goose Girl. Yes, a retelling of Goose Girl. I can't remember whose channel I saw this on, but I always love retellings, and one of my favorite retellings is the Goose Girl retelling that I have on my shelves already. I'm excited to see if I just enjoy all Goose Girl retellings or if it was the specific book that I have. But again, another great cover. I really like how bright red the spine is. It looks really good on my rainbow shelves. And yeah, this next book was 100% a cover buy. It is The Black Tongue Thief. This has to do with a thief and a knight who cross paths and end up having to work together. A classic tale, and just I cannot get over how beautiful that black and white and yellow is. I don't even know if the book is good. I know I've seen people hold this cover up before, but I honestly don't remember what people said about it. So I'm hoping it's good. To be honest though, it's so beautiful I'll probably keep it on my shelf even if I don't like it. 4 more books. The next one is a graphic novel that I saw at our local bookstore and had to pick it up. This is called Lore Olympus. I think it's a Persephone retelling. Yes, Persephone retelling. I just loved it. The art style was so cute. And I love mythology. So the combination of beautiful artwork and mythological retellings, again, I couldn't resist. I saw this the first time I went in probably November, and we went back last weekend. I knew it was one that I was going to pick up because I limit myself on how many books I can buy. So this was one of 4 books that I picked up. Elazzo was one that I bought last week. This is by Darcy Little Badger. Can't help it with these covers. The blue and the way the blue shines is so fun. And underneath the cover, they have little wolves. I don't know what this one is about, but I know people were in love with it when it first came out. I think about a year ago. It follows a little girl who can raise the ghosts of the dead. That's all I know. I don't really want to know too much more because I feel like I enjoy going into books without knowing too much. Okay, my last 2 books. The next one I have read before, again on audiobook, just want to own it on my shelf. The Mysterious Benedict Society. This is volume 2. It's The Perilous Journey by Trent Lee Stewart. If you have not picked up these and you enjoy middle grade, please pick them up. Even if you are not big into middle grade, because it's not necessarily my favorite genre, but I really enjoyed this set of books. I think I've read 1, 2, and 3. I already have the first one on my shelf, so it'll be nice to add book number 2. This follows a group of genius kids who are solving clues to save their mentor, who has been kidnapped by his evil twin brother. Yeah, it's just great. It's a really great way to try and solve the puzzles as they go, and it's just a really fun read. Okay, the last book is The Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. Again, not one I know much about. It has to do with a character named Wallace who recently died, and that's all I know. We both just recently read The House on the Cerulean Sea and immediately asked everyone else that we knew to read it because we both loved it so much. I am hoping this one has the same feel-good feeling because I just couldn't get enough of it in the last book. I am a little bit hesitant because my sister-in-law picked up this and said it didn't quite have the same vibes and she didn't connect with it nearly as much. But I'm still going to give it a chance because we couldn't say no. So, that is it. I don't even know if I can hold up a stack for you. Oh gosh. Here we go. We got a book haul. Let me know if you got anything for yourself recently, a little treat of buying some books. I'd love to know what your most recent buy is and which one of these you're most excited for me to read. All right, bye book buddies.